right, these are some design tips and tricks. We've got a really unique kitchen that I want to show a few things of in the layout of the cabinets. First, I'll start on this wall over here. The designer and the customer have actually collaborated on some varying colors in the kitchen, and then a keystone cut in for the transition and the molding makes that change of color really jump out with the layout of the cabinets. One other thing too, you see we have a stippled finish. So we want to be about an inch, inch and a half off of that finish to where if we have an out of level ceiling condition or we have something like that, then it gives us just a shadow line up there to be able to easily clean and all this, but we're not having to try to caulk to a stipple on the wall. Now another thing too, we could have done this as wall 21s and wall 21s and actually had them open from the center, but with the center line of the sink being here and the work areas to the left and right, we actually went with a wall 42 and actually hung the cabinet door on the left-hand side, which means we hung it on the center style of the cabinet. And that made this to the left work out a lot better for the customer. This was how her original cabinets were made as a semi-custom cabinet. This is something we can do as well. It makes it a lot more functional. Similarly over here on this side, what we did, we just took and opened both of them to the right. Again, we used a wall 42. And we actually put the door on the center style, and so you have a right hand instead of having to have two 21-inch cabinets and having a less, you lose this space in here between. A couple things on the light rail on this one. We did returns on both sides of the sink area. Customer got a new light put in here, a 30-inch light, plenty of light above that. Down here on the ends, we've got all the returns. All the light rails are returns. All the scribe moldings and stuff on the ends of the runs. Flush finish cabinets were appropriate, flushed ends. All the bases open just like the upper cabinets. They open back to the right hand. Roll-out trays. Customer decided to do roll-out trays and all of those for access. This is a core guard. This is the plastic sink base. You can have any of the accessories that a normal sink base would have, but you have a gallon's worth of water that can stand in the bottom of that cabinet without any damage to the cabinet. Again, it's a plastic sink base, but it's called core guard. It's available through CraftMade. Over here on this one, 3 drawer space cabinets. We also did a transition in the toe kick and color and quarter round so that it is consistent throughout, top to bottom. The refrigerator opening, 37 inches, which we need to be able to get a refrigerator in, but we dropped this. This is our 6x42 magic filler that I always talk about. We need one of every color because when we're done, there would have been 3 inches of extra space here. We dropped a 2.5-inch piece in here to give us that nice balanced look under the refrigerator, and see we have the wide pieces of wood here. It kind of ties in with that same look. When we go to put the refrigerator in, there'll be about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 inches of space for breathing room above that. Transition your moldings overhead. Again, we did that keystone in the center, step out 3/4. And how do we get that? It's a 3/4 inch projection on a filler. Again, we're using the magic filler, as I call it, to be able to put that in place. Built in for the microwave. We've got the electrical and everything already installed on it. Now here on both sides of the light rail return, because the microwave installation, we flush those. We flush those to either side. We finish them with the crayon and the pencil. And then whenever they put their microwave in, there won't be any problems. If we were to run the molding back into the corner here, this would have a ledge that has to be kept clean. And it would have to be removed if the microwave ever had to be replaced. So there's another reason that we stop these on both sides. It makes it look clean. You don't have any problems with any kind of maintenance. Bottom drawer spaces on both sides. Again, standard construction to the right, but flush ends to the left as appropriate to the design. Return moldings. And again, the visual contrast, the step out of the keystone of the molding, everything makes this little Galley Kitchen really a unique set of cabinets for just a very small change in the actual layout of the kitchen. If you have any questions for me, give me a call back at 423-650-1051. Thanks very much.